I asked my YouTube community to ask me your questions, and so I'm here to give you the answers. Coach Greg, in today's video, I'm going to be answering as many of your questions as possible. I asked my YouTube community to ask me your questions, and so I'm here to give you the answers. How would you design a program specifically to increase one's VO2 max over 8, 12, or 16 weeks? VO2 max is the most amount of oxygen that your body can use while exercising. Just think V is for volume and O2 is for oxygen. The maximum amount of volume, the most oxygen your body can use when you're sprinting, going crazy, doing cardio. And so the higher that is, the faster you can go for longer. And so how to go about setting up a program to increase your VO2 max basically depends on what is your current fitness level now. If you're out of shape, not doing cardio, all you literally need to do is walk at a fast pace. Moderate pace and your VO2 max is literally going to improve. But as you get in better shape, you have to go harder. And so the way to improve your VO2 max is to exercise harder than last time while doing cardio. And so for those of you already doing cardio, the best way to improve your VO2 max is to exercise at or slightly above your current VO2 max. And so what you should do is go out, get in a good warm-up, perhaps 10 or even 20 minutes, and then do interval training. During each interval, try to do cardio at or slightly above your VO2 max, perhaps for 3 to 5 minutes. For me, my anaerobic threshold, it's the heart rate what I can sustain for perhaps 10 minutes or slightly above that, is 170 beats per minute. And so while doing my cardio, I would go for 3 to 5 minutes above 170, and then I slow it down. And the reason for that is it's very hard to do cardio at this level. It's torturous. You're getting lactic acid, you're burning, you want to give up. And so you go for 3 to 5 minutes, and then you back off, slow down a little bit, and then you repeat it yet again. And so, for example, if you did 5 sets of that for 4 minutes, you've done 20 minutes at or above your VO2 max. That is a lot. That would be very difficult to do on your own for 20 straight minutes, as your body couldn't handle it. And just think, my anaerobic threshold is 170 beats per minute. Remember that old 220 minus your age? I'm 47. 220 minus 47, it's 173. My maximum heart rate is actually 190. And so when I first started cycling, it was extremely difficult for me to ride at even 155 beats a minute. But because I've been training, my anaerobic threshold keeps rising. I'm able to go faster than last time, and I've gotten a lot better. Also, if you want to maximize your performance, you're trying to improve your VO2 max, look no further than beta-alanine and GO2 max. Beta-alanine shown in research to dramatically improve your cardiovascular performance in exercises of around a minute up to perhaps 4 minutes. And trust me, this is one of the most underrated supplements you can get, especially for those performing cardio. GO2 max, which contains NMN, a no-brainer, improves your cardiovascular performance on day one. Finally, a supplement that can improve both your ability to do cardio, make you feel better. This, a no-brainer, gotta add GO2 max. Code Greg, 10% off. Click the link in description. Greg, tell us how you train for your Zwift races. Well, how I actually train for them is I do the races. Literally, I'm doing competitive races about 3 times a week, and on the days I'm not racing, I'm doing zone 2 cardio. And so it's kind of a recovery day. I go easy on the bike, zone 2, my heart rate perhaps 130 to 140 for me. That's pretty easy. And then I save my energy to go harder than last time during the races. I have a question for you. How can I do proper cardio when my legs are constantly sore and weak from heavy squat and deadlift sessions? Here's the problem. You're going too hard on your deadlifts and your squats. You shouldn't always be sore. If you are, how are you going to recover? And when you're doing your cardio, it's at an easy pace, zone 2. It's not hard. And so my advice is to find a way not to be so sore after doing squats or deadlifts so that you're able to do cardio. Perhaps you could train them more frequently and do less volume on any given day so that you don't have this crazy soreness that's preventing you from doing easy cardio. If you already reach your genetic potential, is it okay to decrease the volume and intensity of your workout to maintain it? The answer is I would not decrease the intensity, but you can, of course, decrease the volume. You only need about 1/3 of the volume that you're currently doing to maintain approximately the same physique that you have right now. But remember, it's almost as good. If you in fact decrease your volume by a third, it is going to go down a little bit, but not that much. But the reality is you'll probably feel a lot better if you replace some of that volume with doing cardio. Your VO2 max, your cardio, it's the #1 predictor of life expectancy, much more so than the amount of muscles that you're carrying or even your strength. And so why not reduce the amount of lifting you're doing right now if you're already at your genetic limit, focus more on cardio, get in better shape, and I promise you, you will in fact feel better. I'm currently around 22% body fat. Want to go down to around 12 to 14. I'm eating in a calorie deficit, so how should my training be like? And so the way you should train when you're on a diet is the same way as you should train in a bulk. You should be training exactly the same. There should be no changes whatsoever. The key is to diet so slowly that you don't even feel like you're dieting. If you're doing an aggressive cut, like one question, the guy was doing a 1,500 calorie deficit daily, then that's ridiculous. Of course you're going to get weaker. Go to the gym and pretend you're not even on a diet. Just train. Pretend you're not dieting. Now, can you expect all your lifts to go up? Well, depends. Are you close to your genetic limit right now, or are you more of a beginner? If you are closer to a beginner, then you can expect to continue to make gains while in a slight deficit. But if you're an advanced trainer or close to your genetic limit and you go from 22% to 14%, you most certainly are going to get weaker, especially in an exercise like the bench press. When I go on a diet, my bench press drops the most. Deadlifts, it drops the least. And so don't go into a cut thinking you need to improve your lifts. Just try to maintain them as much as possible. Just think of it. Say you're 200 pounds right now and can bench press 400 pounds, double your body weight. If you drop 20 pounds of fat and you're now 180 and you can still bench 400, well, your bench press just went through the roof. It didn't go up. It didn't go up as in your absolute strength never increased, but your relative strength, your pound for pound body weight to strength ratio, that went up by a lot. And so when you're dieting, don't think you have to get stronger. Try to maintain your lifts at a lighter body weight. And technically, in my opinion, that means you got stronger. How can I figure out my body fat percentage? I feel like I'm around 15 to 20, but I want to get as close as possible. And so the first thing I would do is add 5% to what you think you actually are. If you said 15 to 20, go with 17.5 and add 5. You're probably 22.5% body fat. But there are many people who suffer from body dysmorphia and are actually a lot leaner than they say they are. And so what I want you to do is compare your physique right now, have you and your friends look at your physique and look at the screen right now. You see all those images. Which one are you closest to? That is the easiest way to predict it. If you use a scale or any of these scans, they're most likely going to be wrong. And so if you want a quick and easy method, simply look at the screen, compare yourself, choose the image that's closest to you, and that's about your body fat percentage. Why don't you do more eating challenges or cooking videos with Ali? I love the chemistry between you two. I'm actually going to be doing a lot more with the release of Cookbook 3.0, 60 more recipes than last time. This, the ultimate anabolic cookbook, more pictures, better recipes than ever before. And so I will be continuing to make anabolic recipes in the kitchen with Ali.
Next time on Coach Greg.
If you have to poke a hole in your body and inject something to get some benefits, it reminds me too much of taking anabolic steroids. It's a very slippery slope. I think it's ridiculous, it's stupid, I hate it. And so there are several reasons I left teaching, but the main one was because